Let me turn this down. So, because of who you are, and you're already in the game, you are already doing your business, you're already doing the thing, and like I'm so super proud of you and I love all that you do. Do you have information? Well, let me do this. Is this gonna work? There you go. There's a little bit about me, about what it is that I do, who I serve, and how I serve. What I want, like you to do, to take note, pen and paper. With that being said, follow my flow of the presentation, because there's money on the table for you, darling, that you possibly could be losing. So just watch the process of what it is that I do. So this is a little bit about who it is, who I serve, how I serve, and changing how we see ourselves, me included. So when I'm, talking, this is about me as well, how I see myself, how we see ourselves. And so that I just asked, with an open mind, pen and paper. This is not my beginning. This is not where I started. This is like midway. But during trauma, during all kinds of ish that was going on, I still had the call and the need to serve the women for who it is that I served. And so in that process, I've graduated, I've changed. Even within this year being, connected to the community that, we're connected to, I've changed. And so even my deliberation of the information, the content, how I bring it has changed. So we're always evolving, we're always going. And so these are just some of the pictures, and I'm going to say midway through of my development of my change. And so I asked you, and I asked myself, what are, that wildest dream? What is it? What is that wildest dream? And so that's what we're going to think about for a couple of seconds. So as fast as you possibly can, and I'm going to join you. I'm going to join you. As fast as you possibly can. Write down your dreams. And when I say stop, or we get to the next song, that's when we're going to stop. But we're not going to even think about that. Then the very next thing that we're going to do after we stop, then I'm going to ask us, without thinking, write down next to it, how would it feel? How does it bring you joy? And so please we're going to include our faith. That means our spirit, our relationship, our connection, our source, however we title it. Are we including fun? Yes, we have to include fun. Are we including our finances? That's our wealth and our abundance and our physical part of ourselves. And you want to add in whatever you want to add in. You want to add in a relationship. You want to add in relationships with your children, your husband, your business, because you and your business are two different entities. We'll talk about that a little bit. But let's write down. So all things are possible. We know that. So let's write down our dreams as fast as we can. And then when we get to the next song, that's when we'll stop. Ready? All right, let's go. It would help if my pen wrote. Okay, so we can stop. All right, so now without thinking, let's look back at what it is that we've just written and put next to it how it's going to make us feel. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we stop. So that exercise basically, and it's really, really simple. Do we value ourselves? And so the things that, the other list that we're about to make, we're talking about, do we value ourselves? And you are a business owner, I'm a business owner. And we're taught that we're two different entities. Your business stands alone, you stand alone. You are the brand, but your business carries the brand. So if you understand what that means. So again, your business is its own entity, its own baby. It is like a child. It has shit. I've named my business a nickname because I wanted to build a relationship with my business, the thing that I wanted to do, so forth and so on. So I've named it a business to build a relationship. That way I will always see it as, I will always see it as a part of me, the thing that I love, the thing that I've created, but it's not me, if that makes any sense. So you are the brand. Auntie Mama is the brand. That's the brand. But my business, what I do, is totally separate, although they intertwine. But make no mistake, they're two different entities. And that's how our businesses should be set up as well. Like, you know, with filling out all the forms, and when you fill out the actual license, there should be no way that anybody can get back to us. You get back to the business. If you have an issue with the business, you get back to the business. You don't get back to me. Although I answer that call, you get back to the business. The business responds. Two different entities. With the knowing of what it is we want is so super important. We understand that, and you know, we think about things that we want. We think about the things that we desire. We think about all sorts of things, and the question becomes valuing ourselves. Do we think of ourselves enough to understand that we're here to be producers and not consumers? That's one issue about going through, you know, people, you do the scroll. You keep scrolling, and you get lost in the scroll. There's endorphins, there's all kinds of things that go on that happen that keep us there. Today, I want to have us, you know that we should be producers. Victory Gardens, you produce. You have a product as well as a service. We're going to talk about that too. You have a product. I have a product that we offer. We have a service that we offer. Do we value ourselves enough to make sure that we are pricing our products correctly. And that basically comes out of the value in which we believe in ourselves. I wanted to do this video because, or this, chit chat, because there's so many who have connected with me to say, I want to do this, but I don't have this. I want to do this, but I can't because, I don't have the money. We want to give away. I'm giving away free game, literally all free things that can get people started, just to get started. But in your case, my love, you've already started. You're already in the game, and you're doing wonderful and amazing things. And I'm coming from my ankle bracelet. I already got a design. So I said for my birthday I was going to reach out to you, and I am. We should be consumers. We should be producers, not consumers. It will stop that empty scroll. No problem, love. It will stop that empty scroll if we understood that we are producers and not consumers. When I say empty scroll, I mean we get on, and again, all of the things that go on that we like and enjoy that keep coming to us gets us stuck, and we are consuming information. We're eating it up. We're consuming information. If we are in business, or want to be able to start our small business, selling the things that we have, that we create, selling the things that other people have created, and it's on our timeline, however that may be. When we get on the internet and look and do scrolling, one, we do it because big friends, we always bigging each other up, and I'm so grateful for you and each and every one of you. But when we get on to do the scroll, we should be thinking in the mindset of a producer and not a consumer. What does that mean? When I get on the internet and I'm getting on the sites where I happen to have my links and on my social media, I'm looking for certain things when I'm scrolling. I am not consuming so much information, but I am, as a producer, as a small business owner, I am looking to consume certain information. What am I saying? The first 3 minutes of a scroll, think about how we scroll. The first 3 seconds, are it. You got to catch them. The first 3 seconds. Think about how we scroll. If it does not catch our eye, we don't stay, we keep going. That's what I mean by being a producer mindset, looking at other, videos and asking yourself, what about this video is making me stay? What about this video captivates me? What about this video holds my interest enough that I want to watch it till the end? And so when we thinking producer mindset, we're going to scroll so that we can gain more information about how to present our own stuff, our own things, our own products, and our own services. So because we're on the internet, because we make our money from the internet, that's important to be able to change the mindset and become a producer thinker, and that you're going through a scroll asking yourself some key questions about what makes me stay. Why does this person have 1,000 followers or 1,000 likes? What about this video is captivating to other people? So with that being said, it's important to watch our scroll. Does that mean to be and spend hours and hours and hours scrolling? Absolutely not. So when we do our posting, and I'm going to get into that a little bit since it's just you and I, it's enough just to remember to post. And we don't have to post 3 and 4 times out the day. We don't have to post 6 times out the day. If you choose to, that's fine. But when we create that captivating video that stops the scroll for between 3 seconds, actually It's 3 seconds, but the first 3 seconds are important. When you get to 8, it starts to fall off. It's important to know that producer mind, not consumer mind. That's with posting. Do we value our stuff? Yes, we do. Do we value ourselves? It's a question I had to ask myself all the time. So one of the top tier programs that I serve is $1,500 a month. And it's exclusive. It's handheld. It has, this type of stuff a little bit more in depth. And I know that the amount of time that I'm going to serve that person, it's well worth it. But here's the secret. It took me a while to get there. Like that, oh my gosh, the $1,500 a month, how can I charge somebody? So we have to think about our time. And remember, we create time, we are time. So while we're creating in the time that we do, the effort, the money that we put out, the creativity that we put out, and we make a creation, we cannot, as a person, the individual that's outside the business, creating the business, there is no way. Remember that we gave the business a nickname. We're calling that business something because it's not us. We're working for it. It's important that we can't make shortcuts to our business. When you think about what it takes to run your household, you've got to be able to bring that in. That's if you're a small business owner and you're not working outside the house, or you're choosing not to. You've got to figure in time, and there's plenty of apps and websites and all that kind of good stuff. You've got to consider, the time that you put in, the actual materials that you put in, and the creativity that goes in it, and charge your worth. Charge what that particular item is worth. You can't shy away from it. Most people do. A lot of women do. We don't charge because we're scared of those numbers. But in reality, if it takes you $5,000 to run your house a month, you have to, in your home, and you want to be full-time at the love thing that you do, that you created, you are absolutely going to have to charge your worth in order to meet what it is that you need to meet each month. So we can't be afraid. And when I say value yourself, are we a producer or are we a consumer? Most often when people go into business, they think on a consumer mind. And that's how we, get shortchanged. That's why we don't charge enough. That's why we do the things that we do. And we miss opportunities that are possibly on the table that we should be getting as well. Take our eyes off of other people, what other people do. Now, I just talked about, as a producer mind, consuming information on the how-tos of how people are creative in how they present. There's nothing wrong with getting and being inspired by somebody else. We're in, Teeb's chat. We get inspired by what the man says. We can go to those who are at church. You can go to church and get inspired to do something. Real quick story. I had somebody and I gave a challenge. And when I made the post, I said, everybody can do something as it related to the topic in which it is that I spoke about, and it deals with trauma, and I'm not getting into that here. This is the point. When I made that challenge that everybody can do something. Now remember, we take our eyes off, let me go back. Remember, we take our eyes off of what other people are doing, correct? This person, this man felt that live and is a poet. he came back with a video, and I'll put it on my it's very triggering, so maybe not. But he came back with a video and created it just on what it is that I suggested or asked to do something. He did it his way. He didn't do what everybody else does. Usually they send money. Usually, they'll do something else. But this man, with his talent, how he wanted to address this through spoken word, spoke up to the challenge, created a video that went viral, has over 1 million views till this day. Now, he added at the end all of how to get to, so for the son, for those who needed my services at the time. What's my point? He chose to do something different. He chose to do it in his way. He chose to do it in such a way that his talent, his skills were used in order to create that viral video, right? I have Hush up here, and this may or may not be an issue for you, and it wasn't for me, but I decided to include this, was Hush. We can't tell everybody what it is that we're doing. Scripture says you don't tell your right hand. I always get the hands messed up, but you don't tell one hand what the other one, you don't share that information. When we are teaching and when we are giving, our putting up our posts for the sewing, yes, it can be educational, they can be fun, they can be all of these things. But it is important that whatever is downloaded unto you is downloaded unto you. I've learned through the years, through my journey, that, the Father will tell me exactly, okay, now it's time. Go ahead and you can share now. But that's not until I built up what it is that I needed to build up, until the baby was ready to be birthed. But we birthing babies beforehand, before time, it usually doesn't come out well. Hush. I have this up there for, that specific, reason to say that what's for you is for you. Take our eyes off of other people. Yes, we can aspire, what it is that they're putting out energetically, maybe. But and I keep going back to T, when I say about T, is T Live at 9. But when I keep going back to what he said, it's important that you're careful who you give your information to. And when you talk about hush, sometimes it means being in the stillness and silence and by yourself. And Victory, I know that you do meditation, and I know you go in. That this is not an issue for you. But it also leads to the excitement and not knowing what to do with that energy. Harnessing that energy to do this is so super important, is execution. I see you executing. I see you. I see what it is that you do. Your lives are just more than the beautiful jewelry that you do, that you create. It's also inspiring. It's also sharing, your world, what you do, and how people can also do what they do, whatever that may be. When we have eyes on other people in the way of, like, again, going back to what T was saying, wanting what somebody else has, desiring what somebody else has, we don't know what it is that they did in order to get there. We don't. We don't know who they praying to. We don't know who they worshiping. We don't know anything about that, and we don't want that necessary life, because how they got there, we don't want that. What's for us, what's for me, what for you is for you. But let's talk about the execution part. When we stop thinking that we don't have, so the word execute means to unalive, means to kill, right? And killing of another person, killing someone. The act of getting things done is another definition. Execute, getting it done, starting, acting, moving, execute. So let's talk about a little bit about both, if we will. Who or what is unaliving your goal, your dream, your wish, your want. Well, let's take wish back. We don't wish for nothing. What is unaliving, or who is unaliving that dream that you possibly cannot live any way of how we just wrote? Is it someone? Are we, contemplating that it's someone keeping me from that which it is that I've just written? Is there some person out there who doesn't feel me, see me, or hear me? Are they keeping me from my dream? And I want to say publicly, and I've said to myself, and there's nothing that I'm saying here, am I putting my finger at anybody, that I haven't said myself or walked through myself. Who is doing that? Who is stopping you from doing you? Is you. 100%, 1000% you. Why? Because if there is someone on the other side who is saying no, some relationship that's holding you back, something that you are having your attention full of is holding you back, then what we're doing is we're still allowing it. We allow things, so therefore we are stopping ourselves. And the other block that is really prevalent is blaming. We blaming somebody else for the thing that we're not doing. We blaming somebody else or something else or some situation. We're blaming that on not being able to execute, not being able to become a small business. We are blaming someone else. I have a son who's acute schizophrenia living in Philadelphia, and I was so in my spirit and connecting, ensuring that this boy is safe while he's in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is rough, and where he lives is not easy. But I still had to show up. I had to show up for my business. Remember, my business has a name. TC is my business's nickname. So I had to show up for TC. I've got to open the doors for TC. I got to respond to TC. I have to see the TC's name. Have to. I can't let anything or any situation, and even as my heart is just like pounding, making sure that I never get a phone call that I don't want to hear, I still have to show up. I gave a speaking engagement, and I've made that post. I've gave a speaking engagement the day my daughter graduated from high school, from college, her first degree. Right after that, I had to rush and go catch an Uber and set up an event that wasn't for me. I had no choice. I couldn't back out. People bought tickets. The same day, I had to deal with the next day, which was court. And that whole thing, I had to deal with that. I still had to show up for my business. I still had to do the things that I did. I still had to go to the conference and set up. I still had to speak. I still had to look sharp. That's how important my business is to me. That's how important TC is for me. So if you haven't already given your business a nickname, really think about it, because it separates yourself and you build a relationship. Relationships are everything. Even with our businesses, our money, our kids, our spouses, relationship is important, even with your business. So are we allowing and blaming other people for why we are not where we are? If we are, that's an issue, and that's blocking our frequency to link up to where we really need to be. And that's a taught thing, the blaming thing. But we have affirmations, we have the ability to be in a great community where everything is high vibe. We have the ability of knowing of how to go in and go deep. We have the ability to create a rant. We have the ability to do these things. We have abilities to make offers. We have the ability. So some of the ideas, and this may pertain to you, may not pertain to you, but these are just some ideas. If you're thinking that I don't have anything to offer, if you're thinking that I don't have anything to give, here we are. So some of the ideas, if you're good with, secretarial skills, if you're good with organizing, paperwork and files and things like that, if you have time, you can become a virtual assistant. Easy. Do you organize homes real well? Do you, are you like some of the girlies that we see you on social media, and having that ASMR meticulous, particular way of I'm sorry, I'm telling my business with Pop Smoke. You've seen them with the organizing of the refrigerators and the closets. Do you do that? Do you enjoy that? That's a business. Cleaning service, truck dispatcher is really, really big lately. Government contracts, they're out there. You have no idea how many government contracts that are out there. Please don't think that you just have to be a home builder or hairstyles. I mean, all kinds of things. Investigate it. You can make candles. You can do babysitting service. Whatever it is, the list is what you create. What are you good at? What are you excellent at? I have been led to... That's my grandbaby calling. I can't even talk to her right now, but I'm going to be quick with this. So here is some free game to start. You can offer digital products. Canva is your friend. Make a coloring book. Make a children's coloring book. Make an adult coloring book. Coloring books are easy. All you have to do, just go to Canva, type in coloring book. You'll get a whole boatload of templates. Pick one, create it, put a name on it, and go. You've got a digital product. Then there's social tap. Then there's social tap or live Linktree. I know that you have that set up already. I would love for people to understand, stop thinking that you have to have a website. Social tap and Linktree are your websites. Social tap and Linktree are your websites. Zoom is your friend. Free version. Go to create conferences and events. Victory, if you're not doing it already, network. Go to all of the networking events. Go to all of the events that they have with the joy. Get tables. You probably are doing that already. But here's the stretch for you. And this is just for you. Oh, all right. Let's go through this. You need a email service, free, MailerLite. You want to collect the money outside of outside of Cash App? Use Gumroad. You can put your products and services on Gumroad and collect the money there, and it can go straight to your account. Hemingway, if you need something proofread, Zapier's, and if you need Pix, Unsplash, Picabay, Planoly will set your IG real pretty, and Asana for your scheduling. I also should have, and it's not on here yet, but Calendly for your calendar, for your schedule. You want somebody to be able to come and talk to you directly? Tidbit, important. When you make a potential customer, when you get a potential customer who's interested in your product or service, the steps are these. You have a conversation where they found you. You have a conversation. You get them off of social media. How do you do that? That means that you provide a link, you provide a website, you provide an email, and you should be collecting emails. MailerLite will help you in that game. Collect an email and have conversations in those spaces and not on social media. When you have your conversations on social media, and when you've made your sales, then you put them back on social media. The only thing outside of that is that now you have their email, and you can constantly stay in contact with them. MailerLite will help you set up a landing page free. It's a place where you can, if you don't have your stuff housed in a certain space, MailerLite has a website that you can use. You can also use Wix, free. You can do these things. Stop thinking that you don't have anything to offer. What are you good at? Victory. Start offering classes. You can start offering classes. Don't want to start in your neighborhood. Grow to your, the state, the city. Grow. Get online. Have paid, classes and teaching basic stuff. Have a guide written up. That's where Canva is your friend. You get into Canva and you write up simple directions to go along with your class. You're going to have what they need to buy. Then every step that they go through, you're going to explain it, write it all out. Make it an ebook, but don't call it an ebook, call it a guide. You can sell it separately. When you have your events, or when you are, at your event that you paid for, a table that you paid for, on your table, not only will you have your wonderful jewelry that you create, you're going to have copies of your guide. They can either get it hard copy, and Canva will help you make it a book, real simple. Have it in a variation of an ebook. Canva, back to Canva again. You are going to go ahead and go to Zoom while nobody's there. Talk through the guide, showing exactly what it is that you do with your hands. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can have, a guide to create simple jewelry. You can have a guide in a class to about different stones. You can have a different guide on how it is that you even got to where you are and the first steps you took. You understand where I'm going? So now you've got something tangible that you're going to take around and you're going to pass out each time you see people, and you're going to take and let people know, this is what I do. Your ebook, your hard ebook, is going to open doors for you. Books usually are calling cards to get into places, because when people find out, oh, you got a book, oh, can you get on my stage now? Can you get on my stage and teach what it is that you teach? See where I'm going? I can go in and go deeper, and I will, but I can't, because my grandkids, today's the birthday, and grandkids want to, do whatever they want to do, and gratefully and graciously, I will accept that. So I hope that I've given you food for thought. Now, this is what I mean by, those are some testimonials, contact, thank you. So real quick, and I might turn this off on because, no, I'm going to keep it. I'm getting ready to go. This was all done on Canva. It's just a template. You have the ability to download it. You have the ability to download it. While we were talking, and I can't record here, created that in a couple of seconds because it's already a template. This is when I'm talking about get deep into the process of what it is that I did, because you too can do the same thing. Now, we already talked about ebooks. That's going to take you, that's not even going to take you a half a day, because you already know in your head the first step, do this, and you already know the business. You know it. Just put it on paper. Let ChatGPT be your corrector. You give it the idea that you want, and have them say, and tell them to make a persuasive, a persuasive ebook, a persuasive guide. Let ChatGPT be your friend. I know I wasn't fond of it, but I tell it what to do. I'm still thinking. It can't take over what it is that I want. It's got to say. And then when you get it back, you're still going to correct it. So let ChatGPT be your friend. Go to Canva. Create a presentation. Create anything that you want. And just fill in the blank. And see, I could have gotten in depth with writing out what I wanted to say in bullet points on each of these. But I just thought it would be easier to do this and to talk about it. So you go through, you can do the very same thing. After you've created this ebook, turned into also copy of hard book, right? It's not that expensive. It's not to produce it. Now you have 3 products. You've got the ebook version, the e-guide. You have the physical copy, and you have a class. So as I'm talking now, I'm recording myself. Okay? Where am I going with this? As I'm recording myself, I will take this, as I record myself, I'm going to take this recording. I'm going to save it somewhere. I'm going to chop it up. The ebook that I just talked to you about, when you go live and you're talking and you're training and you're doing whatever, record yourself. Do you always have to post it? No, but you always have it in the back somewhere, in your drive somewhere where you can access it later. If you are in a teaching mode and you're making a post, so forth and so on, you take that, what you recorded, not what you got on TikTok, but you can, if you're going live on TikTok, you can download, your video. But what you do is you take that, you make it look pretty. You take the recording, put it on Canva, put it in a presentation template. So now, not only do you have an ebook guide, physical guide, you have video. You can sell them separately, or you can sell them as a bundle. I'm giving good game. Separately or as a bundle. And again, I gave you free place to house your thing, Gumroad, and get paid through Gumroad, not Cash App. When you get to the point of you're making the income that you like to make each month and you're pretty satisfied, you can still use these free examples that I gave. I'll go back to them. You can still use these free examples or use the paid version of them and get more for your money. Now, with all of that being said, I really desire and affirm that this has changed your mind in some way to think about your business in a different light and how to move through. Even when you think that you don't have anything to serve, or if you don't have a product, or you think it's going to cost a whole lot of money, and I just don't have, there's no excuses now. Mail alert, if you want a website, you can get one for free. You need an email system, you can get one for free. You need a landing page, you can get one for free. You need a place to put your products and services and get paid, you got one for free. You need a scheduler and get people out your DMs. The only reason why you to be in the DMs on a professional standpoint, and we big friends, so it don't matter. I'm recording this and saying that it looks professional when you have a scheduler. So if they say, I really, and in my DMs, they're in my DMs, I need this. Okay, good. I'm glad that you do. Let's have this conversation. Pulling them off social media, right? Having the conversation, making a sale, then putting them back on social media. That keeps us from friend zone. Friend zones will keep us from buying. Just saying. Oh, my grandkids. And so I know I'm going to need to break some of my diet today because my grandkids are they're asking me all kinds of questions and I know it's going to be bad, but I'll do what I need to do. I won't eat much, but I hope I affirm that in some way that this has helped. And so the one last thing that I want to say, victory, is this. So these are some of the things that can help you. Did I put buffer in there? I didn't. Buffer should be on here. Buffer. Buffer. I need to post, but I don't have time, and posting is a lot, and it is. Posting can be a lot. With that said, you can go to Buffer. Now, this is for TikTok only. Do not do this for IG. Do not do this for Facebook because it really messes with your algorithm. It really does. But I'm going to say for Buffer, if you have posting, that's where the B-roll come in, the back roll, showing your life, showing you cooking, showing you doing fun things, showing you vulnerable, showing the things. When you have those B-rolls and then you want to put, your statement in a post, but you don't want to put it out right now, you can save all day long in TikTok. You can, cut up the video how you like it, put the words to it, so and so on, and then you can send it to Buffer, Buffer, and schedule out your posts. You can do the same thing. I think I did. You can do the same thing with Facebook. Facebook, you can go to Facebook Creative Suite, and you can go ahead and do what you need to do. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. So I'm getting ready to cut out. The other one thing that I've got written down and I don't want you to forget is make sure or ensure you're having fun. And I believe that you are. You're having fun. There are no losses. The people who are for you are for you. Those who come are for you. They're your people. You don't want anybody else's people. That's why we say take your eyes off of other people, because you don't want their people, because they don't belong to you. What we put out is what we attract. Don't forget about collaborations. Don't forget about, going to the people who are doing the thing that you're doing, or maybe doing the total opposite, but you both gel, you have something in common. Talk to other people and collab. That's why networking events are important at every chance that you can go. And there are free ones out there. Now, if you want a table, you might have to pay for the table spot, but there are too many out there where we can be, gathering other people in a network and speak up about what you do. You talk about your baby. Don't we talk about our babies? My baby started walking when I was 9 months pregnant. We need to be talking about our babies. I need to be talking about TC. You need to be talking about your baby. While you stand in a line at the grocery store, let people know what it is that you do. Wear what it is that you've created. When you are in the car, you make sure you have some items, or at least use of mailer light. Put all of your products, your services, what you do on MailerLite on a landing page and give them a QR code on how to reach you. You be sure to have some sort of communication with people at all times. At all times. You let people know what you do. Now, is that letting people know that your very next project is going to be, you know, some skyscraper and, you know, that wildest dream? Something? No, you're talking about your immediate products and what you offer. Be ready. What's the saying? You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. Be proud of you and what it is that you create. Be proud of the downloads. Be proud. Be happy. You know, the affirmations that we say over and over and over and over and over again, do we really absolutely believe them? Or are we just going on, I still don't think that my products are going to serve because I don't think nobody's going to want them? Are we going back to devaluing ourselves? We got to catch ourselves. It's so important that you catch yourself. So everything that you need, you already have, and stop thinking that you need money to do it. I just showed you that you don't. You need a website. There's free websites. You need you know, it's getting crazy with the amount of orders that are coming in. I need a scheduler. There's a free scheduler. There's a free. So let's stop thinking that we can't. Let's stop thinking that, you know, what we do is okay and there's some people out there that like it. Let's stop the self-sabotage thinking that we can't get to, you know, that in which what it is that we wrote as far as our wildest dreams. So that's all that I had. I gotta cut out. And